So recently I noticed that this turtle here had a bite on her face. And that is a bite from the other turtle kept in her pond, and it's a sign of aggression. So I needed to act quickly to figure out how to curb that aggression and avoid her getting bitten like that again. It's healing quite nicely now, so she should be perfectly fine, but I just don't want to have that being repeated over and over again. So the turtle that bit her was this one here, another female adult common musk turtle, exactly the same species. They've actually been together all their life, so this aggression is probably a rare thing to happen, but the thing is kept together in an aquarium or an enclosure. If it happens once, it can happen again. So I have a couple different choices. I could, one, separate them into two separate enclosures, which ideally I don't want to do. It takes up a lot more space, electricity, and you lose out on socialization and enrichment through socialization as well. So I didn't want to do that. The second thing I could do is offer a much larger enclosure. Now, they were in a 4-foot enclosure. However, it's summertime now, so I've actually moved them out into a 4-foot round stock sort of tank. That will offer them a lot more space to move around and escape each other, and a lot more visual barriers to stop them from looking at each other all the time. Because if I was kept with someone my whole life and I had to look at them all the time, I'd probably want to bite someone as well. So I've done that, and the other thing I could do is introduce multiple other turtles to distribute any of that aggression, so it isn't just a bully on one other turtle sort of thing, and there's multiple turtles. So if one of them gets a bit aggressive, the other turtles will sort of distract it until it gets sort of bored and goes back to its normal self. So that is also something I went and did as well. I happened to be stopping off into a couple different pet shops just to have a look around, and one of them just so happened to have 3 more adult musk turtles. Now, these are all 3 females, and my 2 already are females as well, so there isn't going to be any reproductive aggression or anything like that. It's mainly just a territorial thing. But having 5 turtles of the exact same size, the exact same sex and everything, the aggression should be distributed quite nicely, and they should be getting along perfectly fine, especially in a really large enclosure like they have here. Now, these 3 here have been together all their life as well, so I've got already socialized animals that will get along fine, and in total these guys will make great additions to the collection. So there we go, that is the excuse I'm using for getting a couple more turtles. But to be honest, it is a valid excuse, and it's definitely needed and important to remember these sort of options when it comes to keeping animals together. Now, whenever you cohabitate animals, you do need to keep an eye on them throughout the year, just to make sure that they don't show any extra behaviors. Just because I've added more turtles in does not mean that that behavior is going to disappear. I just have to keep an eye on it. I have a good feeling that it's going to be solved.